The Super 6 class, as always, was on track to provide the fans with a Holden and Ford battle, yet the Red Lion seems to have a slight advantage, with 11 of them up against the lonely pair of blue ovals. And those blue ovals are struggling to represent. But back in the Holden camp, one fella who is representing is Jake Stoneman, who called his holiday short to take advantage of an offer given to him on his birthday. How could he refuse?
Jake, you've spent plenty of time fixing cars and you've actually been behind the wheel a few times, but now you've jumped into a Super 6. What's going on?
Yeah, that's right. Shane Winsett gave me a call about 15th of December and he had a spare car there and he said, yeah, do you want to come have a run?
Oh, these V8 supercars next.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but it's good having a go on one of these. Yeah, it's quite a good class.
So how's it fared out there on Taupo so far when you haven't had a run in them before?
Yeah, well, my first run in it was on qualifying and qualified 5th, but it was only by half a second, so I was pretty happy with that. Yeah, first go in the car.
The Super 6 is an interesting class, isn't it? Let's try and talk us through the specs of it.
Well, basically it's a suspension package that you get given, and everybody's got the same thing. It's very limited in adjustments and stuff. The brake packages are all the same as well. Everybody runs on the same tyre, and the engine's all pretty much the same as well. So it comes down to the driver, and how hard you want to push it, I suppose.
Do you think they set you up when they put you in a purple and green car?
I think so. We've nicknamed it Barney.
Barney on the outside and Wiggles on the inside. Still, it does look good out on the track. Jake Stoneman, out and proud and seemingly happy to have the actual owner of the car right up his date the whole time, forcing a great rear-end challenge.
So you offer him a car, and you give him a car with no tyres, no brakes, and then he beats you. Tell us it ain't so.
Okay, well, the tyres weren't that bad. The brakes were pretty bad, but we gave him some new ones, and they obviously worked pretty good. So
I reckon he was cutting you off.
Oh, I don't know about that. No, he was making it a bit hard, but that's what it's all about. We've raced before on the HQs, and he was never an easy man to get past. So nothing's changed, I don't think.
All right, what's your excuse? You can't do that. You're not meant to be doing things like that.
Oh, yes, you can. Of course you can. There's no contact. It's all good.
How on earth did you battle that thing around there with no tyres and no brakes, even though he says you did have some?
Yeah, well, that time out there, we had some brakes in there then, but the first race I didn't, and it was hard work, I tell you. It was hard work.
So the Super 6 is the way to go, isn't it, Phil?
Oh, I think so, yeah. It's a great class, awesome class. It's so competitive, everybody's so close and stuff, and yeah, no, it's great.
As long as he stops beating you.
Yeah, that's the one, exactly, mate. Yeah, we'll have to tune it up for him for the next race, I think, anyway.
But they are not the only proud men out on track. Adam Newell is also one of the smiling many who caress these 6-cylinder beasts in such a beautiful way. Yet I have a feeling in my water that Adam has a bit of the devil inside.
So Adam, did it take much convincing to choose the number 666?
The first car I had originally, that was a number on it, so I've just stuck with it.
The Holden has such a dominance over the Super 6 class, the series. Why is that, you think? And don't be biased and say just because it's better.
Go the Holden. No, I don't really know. Certain tracks seem to suit the Holden better. I think here probably the Falcon is hard to beat, but probably definitely the Holden is faster down the back straight, and that makes a big difference.
The Super 6 class, why'd you choose that?
Well, I originally had a HQ, did one meeting of that, and then just thought, oh, that was a bit slow, so a guy around the corner had not that car, but another car for sale. We went and looked at that and just started from there, really.
Because everything's the same with the restrictions and everybody's equal, it must make for great battles out on the track.
Yeah, it does. It's, hence a few bent doors and bumpers are hanging off and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it's definitely good racing.
Well, now you've got Jake thrown in the mix as well. You've got to mix it up with him.
Yeah, I've never raced with him before, so but apparently it's pretty fast. So.
Okay, so the intentions for the round, what are you looking at achieving out of this one?
Well, we just sort of hope we're sort of lucky to be here. My old car got written off in Pukekohe at the last meeting, so we got this and we managed to get it, well, we think pretty good, and so hopefully we can get through this round in one piece, and hopefully top 3 would be more than happy.
So no repetition of Pukekohe?
Definitely not. I've spent the last 3 weeks every day, 3-4 hours a day, trying to get this car going and ready, so not again.
The IRC is full of diversity. The mix of machines from the SS2000s, the scream of the Minis, the roar of the GTR NZs, even the Pro 7s bark around in their own special way. The Pre65s are always a crowd-pleasing show. When you have a bunch of V8 Goliaths being challenged by a clan of 4-cylinder Davids, there are bound to be stones thrown on track. And Grant the Grunted Taylor is always keen to do so from his cult classic.
So Grunter, why in Anglia?
Well, in Anglia, I was racing utes and found it was got a costly exercise at the end of the day, and one Pre65, so I thought I'd have a go at this Pre65 class, and I'm really enjoying it.
It does perform well against some muscle cars out there, and you've got to weave your way through. How on earth do you get your head around having to deal with V8s?
Well, you can fit the little car in little spots where it shouldn't be. A lot of these other guys, they don't like the Anglia because it's like a lot smaller little car. But no, it's a great fun little car. You can sort of turn in the corners and change the line 3 or 4 times, or duck and weave, and it's good. I enjoy it.
All right, history of this car. Tell us about it, because it does have some, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It won the series 2 years in a row. Not last year, but previous 2 years, with Andrew Stevenson. And Peter Stevenson drove it last year, and he did well with it. He sold me the car, and I'm wrapped with it. I put air in the tyres. It cost me nothing. I've run the same tyres for the last 5 meetings, and yes, but it's a really quick little car. A lot of work's been done to it, and it handles like a dream.
So speaking of the work, what are the rules involved with your particular class inside the Pre65s?
The rules are you can run virtually any brakes you like and do what you like to the motor, but it's got to be pre-crossflow motor, not like the Escorts, and you also you're not allowed to run a slippery diff or a lock diff or anything like that. It's sort of part of the era. Gearboxes are free, but pretty much the motor's got to sit in the same place as it was, and it's got to be a Ford motor or a Holden motor, whatever it is, or Valiant. That's about it. But yeah, there's not a lot of changes. There are no supercars, but it does give a few V8s a fright.
More from the IRC series shortly on Speed Machine.